is President Uhuru Kenyatta's game plan for 2022 general election? That's the question which most Kenyans are asking. Because from all indications, President Uhuru Kenyatta has a game plan. So far, President Uhuru Kenyatta has successfully managed to push William Ruto out of government and out of Jubilee Party. William Ruto today is forming his own political party because of President Uhuru Kenyatta. President Uhuru Kenyatta has also managed to push Raila and Odinga away from NASA. NASA was the coalition which Raila Odinga used for the purposes of 2017 general election. Today, NASA principals are the biggest critics of Raila Amolo Odinga. President Uhuru Kenyatta has also managed to craft an alliance called One Kenya Movement. What is President Uhuru Kenyatta's game plan for 2022? Three questions come to mind. The first question is, will President Uhuru Kenyatta retire in 2022? As a matter of fact, President Uhuru Kenyatta has stated severally that he's going to retire, that he doesn't intend to stay in office. But what about his moves? Are they suggesting that the president is really going to retire? Question marks there. The second question is the president planning to extend his stay or his term in office? Now, that's something which came up recently. And the truth of the matter is that President Uhuru Kenyatta might decide to extend his stay in office legally. For those who remember, there was that Maraga advisory opinion. That opinion declared Parliament of Kenya unconstitutional. And the president was expected to send Parliament home. But up to now, President Uhuru Kenyatta is still sitting on that advisory opinion. Why is the president still sitting on that advisory opinion? Simple. President Uhuru Kenyatta is still waiting for the right Chief Justice to be appointed. Let us wait until the next Chief Justice is appointed. Already we are being told that there are two people. Oko and the other guy, you know him. Once the new Chief Justice is appointed, probably is likely to interpret what that advisory opinion meant, whether the term of Parliament also applies to the term of the president. So if the Parliament will be declared unconstitutional, then probably an interpretation will be sought on the term of the president, so that the president can then be allowed to run again, because this other term is unconstitutional. But let us wait and see. The third question is President Uhuru Kenyatta going to stay as a Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya? And is it the reason why he's pushing for the Building Bridges Initiative process so hard? Remember, President Uhuru Kenyatta once told Kikuyu elders from Nakuru County that the interest of the Kikuyu community is in the Building Bridges Initiative process. So the question is President Uhuru Kenyatta going to stay in power as a powerful Prime Minister? It will only mean one thing, that President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to run as a parliamentarian or as a member of parliament for either Gatundu or one constituency anywhere in the country. Once elected as a member of parliament, then that's the only time, according to the Building Bridges Initiative bill, the president can then be eligible to be elected as a prime minister. And that can explain why the president is keen on bringing on board all these other principles of NASA, Kanu together, so that they can have the numbers. But what is his game plan? In my considered opinion, I think the president is using various strategies. Number one, I think the president is taking control of the process, 2022 general election. For those who follow President Uhuru Kenyatta's politics, ahead of 2017 general election, President Uhuru Kenyatta made a promise that he's going to serve for 10 years, then hand over to the Deputy President William Ruto. Strategically, the president kicked William Ruto out of Jubilee Party and out of government. Then he brought on board Raila Odinga. The moment he brought on board Raila Odinga, still politics was not shaping up. Then the president decided to craft this One Kenya movement. So today in this country, the guy on the driver's seat as far as 2022 politics is concerned is President Uhuru Kenyatta. William Ruto is there, Raila is there. Now there is the One Kenya movement also on this other side. President is somewhere in the middle, controlling everything. So today, the One Kenya movement are hoping that President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to endorse them for the presidency. Raila Odinga is also hoping that President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to endorse him. On the other side, William Ruto has been pushed, but he's also hoping that President Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to endorse Raila Odinga so that he can form an alliance with Raila and Odinga. Which means President Uhuru Kenyatta has successfully managed now to take control of the process. Immediately after the last election, President Uhuru Kenyatta appeared to be a weak president. He also appeared to be a lame duck president, a president who was not going to take charge of everything. The president has finally taken charge. So that's a strategy which is used strategically. Number two, I think the president is also dealing with the 2022 promise. He made a promise to William Ruto publicly. But there could be also a promise he made to the former president Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. And this promise was to hand over the presidency to Gideon Moi, or even to help Gideon Moi also become the president of the Republic of Kenya at any given time. How do you deal with these promises? Strategically, the president has dealt with William Ruto's promise. He kicked William Ruto out. William Ruto became bitter. Then the president last year told Kenyans that he wanted to hand over the presidency to Ruto. It was a relay. But instead of Ruto waiting for him, this guy decided to take off. When he was at Sagana, the president also told his people that this guy is not going to hand over the presidency to him. So he has dealt with that promise, that he wanted this guy to hand over, but this guy is too impatient. Now, the other promise, which is not known publicly, is the one he made to Moi, the former president. But this one, I think, if you ask me, the person who made Ruto, if you ask me, the person who made Uhuru the president of the Republic of Kenya is the former president, Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. So probably this is what he's trying to pursue. But again, he's pursuing it strategically. The fourth strategy is actually the divide and rule. And by dividing and ruling, the president has now succeeded. He managed to kick Ruto, so Ruto allies are also there. He brought Raila Odinga on board. Raila Odinga enjoyed a bit. Then when he unveiled the One Kenya movement, there was outcry from Raila Odinga's supporters. They believe that probably Uhuru is going to betray Raila. But again, Uhuru has never promised Raila anything. Then he brought on board One Kenya Alliance. And these guys believe now that President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to support them. Then the president just wakes up and meets with Raila Odinga, goes to Raila Odinga's office, residence. Then the next day, Raila Odinga accompanies him to tour development projects. Then the One Kenya Alliance movement are asking themselves several questions. And today, as I speak, the One Kenya Alliance movement, led by Kalonzo Musyoka, Gideon Moi, Moses Wetangula, and Musalia Mudavadi, actually held a meeting after the president met with Raila Odinga. And I'm going to do a video on that particular meeting. So the president is currently using divide and rule. NASA split. So there's Raila this side, then these other guys this side. Wanapigana. Ruto, okay, that side, Jubilee, that side. Jubilee is now two. Okay. Which other factions? You go to Kampani, when Kalonzo analeta nyokonyoko kidogo, Alfred Mutua is brought on board, or Ngilu is brought on board. You go to coastal region, okay, Raila is strong there, you split. So he's been using the divide and rule tactics successfully. Number 3 is also the handshake and the building bridges initiative process. President Uhuru Kenyatta used the handshake to achieve his political objective, which was to kick out William Ruto out of Jubilee and out of government, and also to help him control the country in peace. The presence of Raila Odinga in President Uhuru Kenyatta's side through the handshake stabilized the president mentally and psychologically. So the president was able to rule without any thought that someone might wake up one day to impeach him. Then he came up with the building bridges initiative process. Now, after the building bridges initiative process was brought on board, he has used it to achieve several objectives. The first objective is to appease the people or the voter of the larger Mount Kenya region, that pesa kwao. Again, the president has used this to bait the likes of Kalonzo Musyoka, that you can have a prime minister, you can have a president, and you can have any other thing. So today, in this country, we are looking at a possibility of going to a referendum, and that referendum is likely to pass, and once it passes, then we are going to have a president, a deputy president. We're going to have prime minister and 2 deputy prime ministers. And that's why people like Amason Kingi and Joho and even Mvuri are busy at the coast there, so that at least one of them can fit in that. So he has also used that. And lastly, the president is also giving hope to presidential aspirants. The question is President Uhuru Kenyatta going to support Raila Odinga? Yes or no? So Raila Odinga believes the president might support him. What about Gideon Moi? His supporters believe the president is going to support him. So basically he's giving them hope. What about Musalia Mudavadi? The safe pair of hands also believe up in Vihiga here that he supported President Uhuru Kenyatta, and the president is likely to support him. And what the president stated during the burial of the mother is going to stand, that they are going to support someone away from Kalenjin and away from Kikuyu. What about Kalonzo Musyoka? Kalonzo Musyoka was given some appointment in Sudan. He's also hoping that the president is going to support him. So basically what the president has done, he's giving all these aspirants hope that I'm going to support you. So that when there were signs that Raila Odinga was going to be betrayed, he went to Raila Odinga the next day, and then Raila Odinga cooled. And his supporters are now assured that President Uhuru Kenyatta is likely to support Raila Odinga. So it's just hope. I don't know what you think, but President Uhuru Kenyatta game plan is complex. He's a true political student. Thank you, political science student. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. And by the way, my next video is going to be on this meeting of One Kenya movement after President Uhuru Kenyatta met with Raila Odinga. Enjoy your day.